The PKW Fight of the Week is brought to you by MMAvideo.com. Now you can have the best fights from around the world delivered to your own home. Check out MMAvideo.com. Sign up today.
The following contest is a professional bout in the Gladiators Heavyweight Division. Making his way towards the cage in the blue corner, Nate Carey.
Nate Carey coming from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Got a big posse with him.
You know, Nate Carey, I don't know a lot about him. What do you know, Jeff?
Well, this guy trains with Rob Masco up in Michigan for Team Challenge. He has put together an 8-1 record. This guy has been very successful among the heavyweights.
Well, we'll see how successful he's going to be tonight. He's coming up to the cage. He looks pretty positive. Looks like he's ready to go, Steve.
Well, his previous T-shirt said jiu-jitsu on it, so I guess that's a little bit of a clue as to what style he favors.
Looks like he's got a Vanderlei Silva tat that he's sporting on the back of that head.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It means pain. It just looks painful.
My goodness.
It looks painful to get. I don't know.
Where do you get one of those?
He's going to bring the BTP, Chuck. Bringing the pain.
Wow. This could be very interesting. I can't wait to see it.
Well, he's coming up against Chris Hickok, 3-2 out of Columbus. Jeff, I believe he's out of Hammerhouse, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. Chris Hickok, big country. We're about to see him in just a second. But anybody who gets a tattoo in his head is not afraid of taking pain.
And now, making his way towards the cage in the red corner, Chris Hickok.
Chris Hickok coming in from the state capital of Ohio, Columbus.
Now, Chris Hickok, you know, he comes across earlier. I had a little conversation with him. He came across like he was more of a WWF wrestler. He's got a lot of courage, a lot of heart, walking out with Wes Sims.
Corey, I understand this guy is 6'2", 260. Nate Carey does not look to be that big structurally to me. I don't know what he's weighing, but he doesn't look that big. He's coming out of Columbus, as you said, with Hammerhouse out of Mark Coleman and Wes Sims, both of which have fought on the UFC. Tough gym down there, and Wes Sims is in his corner tonight. This guy looks big.
This is going to be fun.
Hickok doesn't lack for the tattoos either.
Introducing first, in the blue corner, from Grand Rapids, Michigan, he weighed in at 215 pounds, representing Team Challenge, with a record of 8 wins, 1 loss. Please welcome Nate Carey. And his opponent in the red corner, he's fighting out of Columbus, Ohio, representing Hammerhouse with an MMA record of 2 wins with 2 losses. Give it up for Chris Hickok.
So here we go. We get in the heavyweight division. I got to say, one guy is heavier than the other.
Considerably.
It's a 35-pound weight advantage. Actually, I'm sorry, my math, a 45-pound weight advantage. Big country here is 260, while Nate Carey is 215.
I was just going to mention that. You know, he's going to have to carry a lot of weight around if they get in the clinch.
Big Country, the old song. Remember that? They had the band. I think their song was Big Country.
That's right.
Well, again, we go back to a mix of styles. Chris Hickok, coming out of Coleman's camp at Hammerhouse, is going to want to take this down. And Nate Carey had better be moving better than that and keeping it up.
And Big Country trying to take him down, but Carey slips away and
Nate
does
Carey
so
looks very nice job. He needs to pass that choke, get to the other side of the body. He's got Chris Hickok down in side position. He's doing good.
Hanging in there pretty good.
If he can keep this big guy down and tire him out for a while, you know, he may fare pretty well here.
And Carey doing a good job spreading that body weight, the weight that he has, across Chris Hickok. Negating that size advantage.
Yeah, Carey's getting a little close on those hips. He might get rolled there.
Great positioning. He knows what he's doing. He's 8-1.
Something else, Chuck. Nate Carey looks to be in much more condition. He looks
Oh,
to
here
be
we
a much
go.
more conditioned fighter than Chris Hickok. If this thing continues,
look at these
that will
shots.
give Carey the advantage.
Hammer fishes.
Carey is
He's out.
raining down some hammer fists.
Big Country looks like he's just taking those punches, and he's looking up at the referee. He doesn't want any more.
Nate Carey stopped.
That is it.
That's it.
Carey's 9-1, guys.
Out. My goodness.
Upset of the night.
Upset of the night. You aren't kidding. I mean, if you're watching at home right now, he came in 45 pounds lighter than his opponent and knocked him out in the first round.
And
Amazing.
He sure did. Those hammer fisters were devastating, Jeff.
And he got him in the position to do so. He took all that weight advantage and turned it against him, spread the body weight out, keeping Big Country down, got the top mount, bing, bang, boom, good night.
Phenomenal fight. You know, the smaller man kept the big man down, Jeff, as they say.
I will say this, Nate Carey, whatever that tattoo was that Steve Hyman tried to describe to me that I couldn't figure out, maybe this guy is tough.
The Vandalay Silva tattoo.
I'll tell you this guy is tough as nails.
Silva, one of the biggest names in mixed martial arts, and Nate Carey making a pretty big name for himself.
You know, if you'd look at these two on paper, you wouldn't think that the little man would beat him like that, but he did a phenomenal job. Let's give it out to the Big Country also. Good round, good fight on both fighters' part.
Let's go inside to Jake Digman with tonight's winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner at 1 minute and 26 seconds in the very first round by TKO, Nate Carey.
Wow, is all I got to say. Nate Carey comes up from Michigan, and he wins this one handily.
It's amazing how quick he was able to turn things his way. Hickok trying to throw his weight around early, but after
Nate
that it
Carey,
was all
fantastic
Nate
win.
Carey.
I mean, you come into this fight, you got a 45-pound deficit. You're also looking across the ring at a guy coming out of Hammer House, Mark Coleman's gym. He's got Wes Sims sitting over there in his corner. A lot of things everybody thought were going against you. You did a great job, took control of the fight, hit top mount, and finished it. Tell us about your training.
Well, I train wicked hard. I actually used to be 230. I couldn't keep the weight on. We're training so hard. Hey, I got to give credit to this guy, Christopher. He took it on 2 days' notice, all right? So let's hear it for him. Couldn't have happened unless he was ready to take it. 2 days fucking notice.
Class act by Nate Carey. Give it up, everybody, Nate Carey.
Hey, I got to thank my sponsor, Cascade Gym. I got to thank my wife and my family, everyone that came down here, and my trainers. Thank you, everybody. We love you, Cleveland, Ohio.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more Fight Fest.